Back in the day, it took 3 minutes to warm the TV setup. We hardly ever wore seatbelts, and getting the chickenpox was a badge of honor. The highly contagious infection, relieved only by itching, scratching, and oatmeal baths, was a coming-of-age moment in time. Unfortunately for some unsuspecting chickenpox veterans, this malady may remanifest itself during our adulthood as shingles. Chickenpox is an infection caused by the varicella-zoster virus. That virus remains in your nerve cells after the case of chickenpox has healed. Many years later, the virus can reactivate and resurface as shingles, a painful cluster of short-lived blisters. The virus is more likely to reappear in older adults and people who have weakened immune systems. We wanted to find out more about shingles and what protections can be taken, so we paid a visit to the Allergy, Sinus, and Asthma Family Health Center.
When we look at the shingles, most of us know somebody that had the shingles. It is a very painful rash that you get. It is something that generally follows what we call a dermatome or a nerve. Now, we look at the fact of whether you had to have chickenpox before or not, because the shingles is an outbreak of the herpes zoster, which is the chickenpox.
If you have a history of chickenpox, you have this virus already in your system and it becomes dormant. Later on in life, this virus can be reactivated, and that's how you get the shingles.
Say some stressful event, and it could be happy or sad. It can be my daughter's getting married, and all the stress that goes along with that. I'm buying a new home or losing a home. Anything like this could actually propagate an outbreak. So it has to do with your immune system. Stressful times, your immune system isn't quite up to par, so you might be able to see outbreaks in cases like that.
Shingrix is the newer shingles vaccine for patients 50 years and older. So it's over 2 doses. So you get the first dose, and then you have to wait 6 months, and then you get your second dose. But it covers you for 5 years.
When looking at things like the shingles vaccine, previously it was for those individuals that were 60 and above. Now it's been approved for those individuals 50 and above. Because that group 50 to 60, they found there was a 70% reduction in the outbreak of shingles. So if you haven't had the shingles and you do fall into that group 50 and above, then I suggest that you really try to find some place to get the vaccination.
To get in touch with Ed Newsel and the staff at the Allergy, Sinus, and Asthma Family Health Center, including their new offices in the Village's Brownwood Town Square, just click the Shingles 411 tab on our homepage, yourhometownhealth.com.